Hello, friendolas, and welcome back to this season finale for season 3 of Yakshas. And we are going to start this episode with a little scene, and it starts somewhere cold, somewhere snowy, as we see that does pop up at the bottom of the screen. It says Tunguska Research Facility, former. This low building, dome-like, mostly sunk into the ground. White as the snow that's falling around it. This wide open wasteland. And as we go inside, we hear the heavy steps of something big and mechanical. 2 crab-like legs, then 4, then 6, as it follows up the body of this large mechanical being, standing over a table full of assorted mechanical and scientific instruments. Its body has several pairs of arms, each ending in strange scientific equipment, and a head protruding out with all of these small glowing lights. And we see that beyond the table, what it's really looking at is one of these lights snakes out. Like a tube ending with a flashlight on it, is this large hologram table that is playing a projection of your guys' fight against the drones in the town. From all of these different captured angles from the different drones and cameras and everything that give it a full 3-dimensional view. And the light stays completely focused on it as it keeps moving around the room towards this pillar where it inserts one of its hands and speaks out loud. Create primary function from base infiltration protocol. Execute standard ascension integration. There's a loud snap and hiss as out from this pod steps what looks like a mix between a skeleton and a mannequin. Perfectly featureless, other than the slight raise of where cheeks should be, but no nose, no mouth, no eyes. Perfect segmented pieces of like a mannequin's body, like one of those painting mannequins you see. And it turns its head towards this large thing and says, "Obeisance, Bishop of Higher Matter. This one acknowledges you." The taller, gangly robot starts walking towards the hologram as it points at it with one of its hands. "Watch, witness, observe. Paragons of a verminous breed. Survivors of prior supplicants' abysmal attempt at reinforcement of secondary nesting site." The smaller drone approaches and stares with where its eye should be at the hologram, as we see that it focuses in turn on each of you, one after the other. "This one acknowledges the mark you have placed upon these persons." And saying that, the leader stops, the bishop stops, and then all of these other eyes coil out and look at it from different angles. "Persons, you will refrain from such undue terminology in my presence. This one understands. Process this information. Acquire these identities. Their continued existence is anomalous. Anomalies will not be accepted in this stage of the Queen's coronation." There's a pause as it stares between Howler, between Indiana, Sin, your mechs. And then it looks back at the bishop again. "This one questions the necessity of its creation. The function and protocol of the infiltration type is of nuance. If you wish for the destruction of these targets, why not leave this task to her vassals? The Queen's outside allies are of uncomplicated circuitry, blind to any purpose beyond satiation of base appetites. In this matter," it says as it walks behind it, towering over him, at least 12, 13 feet tall, its head snaking down towards it. "In this matter, precision, discretion, is required. This one understands. Do you, I wonder? All of these eyes start putting out scanning lines across it as we see all of this code pulled up with small sections in red. Your code shows nominal level of aberrance. But he doesn't sound distressed. He sounds almost hopeful as he says it. As there's another pause before the drone says, I exist and abide by the Queen. All the eyes slink back into this thing's head. So it seems. Deploy into battle space. Engage anomalous targets. Rectified their continued impedance of our calculus. And it turns to leave before a hand reaches out and gently lays on its back. Final consideration. This battle space is populated by the detritus of the Queen's regrettable and continued political malfeasance. You may aid or hinder these organic failures. I care not. The drone makes one more pause before it says, This one understands. And begins to walk off. So it is the day that you guys are getting back to Happia. You're maybe a few hours before you make landfall. How is everyone?
This one doesn't understand. I'm good. We're doing good. Sen's doing great.
This one is confused.
The boulder!
The boulder is confused.
The Murray! Yeah, so you guys are about to make landfall. You know that Kairos will be here soon. You thought that they should be here by now, but now that you're well within sensors and communication range of the facility, they're not there yet. But they know that they detected something coming.
Oh, they totally are. We just don't know it yet.
They're here somewhere.
The whole party. Doubt!
Waiting for us to arrive, no doubt. After all, we've been in the ace up Happia's sleeve from the beginning. Why get rid of Happia without getting rid of the ace?
But Acer's not here.
Acer is somewhere much safer. Probably doing something with money.
I was going to say, is she safer? Yeah, most places are safer than here.
She doesn't have a death plague, so that probably helps. Oh god. Season 3 of... Season 3 win. Or is it Season 4?
Oh, no, Season 3. It would have been Season 3.
Season 3 win.
I'm so out of contact with that world. My brain.
Yeah, you guys wait a little bit longer, and sure enough, you come within visual sight of the island, and everything seems fine from the outside. The Calliope swings around to the only entrance large enough for a ship of its size. Opens up, goes into dry dock. You have to wait just long enough for the doors to shut for them to drain out all of the water. And I assume all of you step off the ship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's
That's
figure out what's happening to all of our friends.
You do realize there is a bit of chaos. There seem to be a lot of refugees. And you recognize a face arguing with someone.
Okay. Who? One of the...
Ravana.
John Not Goodman?
Oh, it's Ravana.
Oh, shit.
She seems to be in a heated argument with Dr. Foster.
All right, I've got this. I know them both.
Well, I think it's suffice to say that we all know them both at this point.
Yes, I suppose you're right. She'll probably step over. Doctor Ravana, it is good to see you again. What are you doing in this neck of the woods? It's such.
And both of them stop mid-argument what they were, but when you ask the question, Ravana kind of doesn't physically shoulder her way in front of the doctor, but does shoulder her way in front of him and says, I'm trying to get Happia to remember its purpose. They say that they're all about helping infected individuals, yet they're so quick to turn these ones away. To which the doctor very quickly also gets in front of her and says, what she fails to realize is that this is an uncommon circumstance we find ourselves in.
Both are true, yes. But doctor, are you saying you don't have any capacity?
Our logistics are stretched short enough as it is. We were not prepared for an incoming attack like this.
Then where are they to go?
I can't take on over 1,000 refugees on such short order.
Where did they even come from?
Ravana is like, when Corson died, there was some time that I had to finish picking off what was left of his entourage. There were unforeseen circumstances, both of firing the Nazca line as well as the destruction of that massive energy projector. It kicked up more than enough xenorite in the air that it infected most of the locals. There was no hole deep enough to hide in for them. It felt only proper to bring them here.
Doctor, you know you can't just leave them.
The doctor does look very... He's very, very stressed as he looks between all of you and then looks at some of these people. There are, again, at least 1,000 people that are filling the hangar area. He takes a deep breath and he's like, I'm well aware of what our mission is as Happia. But if Happia is destroyed in this, it'll have been for nothing regardless. I'm not turning them away forever. I'm just saying I can't do it in this moment.
So they're to become prey?
What do you want me to say? That I can take them in and put them here in the hangar? What happens when the soldiers need something? What happens if the facility is breached? They just came from a war zone. I don't want to put them on the front line of another one.
Doctor, you know as well as I that if... You know as well as I that if...
As you're about to say,
Sorry,
Doctor,
continue.
you know as well as I, Ravana does interrupt and go, does he? Perhaps their time as a corporation has deflated whatever generosity Happia had towards the infected.
That is a short-sighted assumption. After all, I'm still here.
Because, unlike them, you are of use to the Doctor. And Dr. Foster looks pissed by this insinuation.
I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Now, would it be possible that Happy could maybe spare a ship to get these people somewhere else safe? Because this place is, not really the safest right now. And looks at Fake Watch. It's not really on his wrist. Any moment now.
I was going to ask your captain if perhaps we could shelter them in the Calliope, at least for now. If worse came to worse, the Calliope could leave.
That seems like an admirable compromise. Of course, Happy would owe us one, she says, looking at Ravana with a smirk on her face.
And Ravana gives you a searching look at that, like she's not quite sure what you mean by it.
Oh, it's the, hey, I'm pulling one over this corp you detest so much. Look at me go.
Corpo.
He sighs and
Indiana has, has stated before she doesn't completely trust them because it's a corporation.
Yeah.
he sighs and looks at the Calliope and is like, I'm going aboard to speak with your captain. You, and he pauses and looks at Ravana, are free and have access to all of the facilities we give to all people that come to Hapia, not exclusively those that come as mercenaries. This may be difficult for you to understand, young woman, but there is good left in this place. And as he turns to leave, she just says under her breath, some.
Oh, don't be so hard on the old man after all. He's just sad that he's being brushed aside by something new.
And she's about to say something when she notices that leaving the ship are Zeminiar and Vazago.
Oh yeah.
And then looks to you as like, should I be surprised that you've taken up new friends?
What? Come one, come all, I say.
What strange bedfellows this war's made of all of you.
Could be one more. Team up with us? Just for this one fight?
And
you
why
can
should
go
I
your
work with
own
Kairos?
Kairos? No. They're no longer Kairos. Don't you remember? They got killed. Or they... Turning to Zeminiar and Vazago. What? Traitors? Or... What do you classify it as?
I would classify it as a purge.
I think Sin whistled at that. Just like, woo!
Well, there you go. They're not Kairos any more than you are happier. You are here, but that is it.
As if, for a moment, completely ignoring the two of you, she looks to Howler and says, you were going to say something.
I was going to say that we have bigger fish to fry than Kairos, technically. Someone in league with Kairos. You haven't been around for all of it because, you had to go your own way after the last time we teamed up. But you're
She
going to want in on
nods.
this fight.
And why is that?
Well, let's say it's one of those great stories where the fate of the world's at stake.
Come now, Howler, isn't it always at stake?
You lot certainly seem to have your luck cut out for you when it comes to finding those situations.
Yeah, yep.
We're very good at finding people who want to kill us, that's for sure.
I'm well aware. I've kept in touch with your handler since my time being here.
How long have you been here exactly?
Just over a week. I apparently arrived shortly after you left.
Well, fortuitous timing, I suppose.
She just grunts and looks to the three of you and is like, there's the loud one.
If you're referring to Minerva, she was reassigned.
Another asset of Hapia's being reassigned to something of the Doctor's pet projects, no doubt. I don't understand your trust in them.
Because a long time ago I realized that if I didn't trust someone, I'd be dead.
trust yourself. Is that not good enough?
Well, unfortunately, I can't create a cure for my condition. So in this case, no, it is not quite enough.
She looks to you, Sin, and is like, you had some sort of auspicion of doing just that.
The cure. So she
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely something that's still on my bucket list, and I think we're getting closer every day.
Let's not call it a bucket list.
That is a rather quaint way of calling it.
Well, I mean, about to find out after looks at fake wristwatch here soon, whether it's going to be a bucket list or not, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I should leave you to your preparations. After all, I have... And she looks back at all of these people. Of a veritable shanty town of tents and things that have been put up here while people waited. I have things to attend to of my own. Perhaps we'll run into each other before the battle. Perhaps not.
I wish you the best.
Sorry, I've been muted this entire time.
Oh.
How did you find yourself caring for all of these people, in charge of all of these people?
After you all left, someone had to take care of the fallout. It seemed only right.
Now you're going to blame us, huh?
No, it was an unforeseen circumstance that was necessary in order to kill someone that needed to be killed.
Oh,
Agreed.
because you would have been perfectly in your right to say yes. After all, we are playing a little bit like, post-war America. You know, we shot all the bad guys, so now let's pick up and go home, hang whatever's left. Oh god.
You have been doing that.
Was Old America a mercenary group?
No.
Anyway.
But she's like, whether or not you intended to, you did abandon me in the desert. I'm assuming you believe that I was killed in the explosion.
I thought she said she was leaving.
Yeah.
No, she jumped on his head, stabbed it, and then there was about to be a nuke.
Yeah, she was shotgunning him, but you guys were like, yeah, but that nuke's about to go, that core's about to go off, so bye, Felicia.
Actually, Sin probably would be like, well, I mean, to be fair, you had kind of gone batshit crazy, so I thought you were just gonna suicide bomb on top of him, and so I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah, how did you get the minimum safe distance?
To be fair, I did run out of mechs to throw at the problem.
She does get a little uncomfortably close to you, Sin. And just for reference again, can I just show this to you guys? She's like in your face, Sin. She's like, I had told you all that he was mine.
And he was yours. You killed him.
Yep.
From this angle, I mean...
Oh,
God. Oh my god, she's hot.
That's where you go, Sin, I think Sybil's behind you.
He didn't finish that sentence. Yeah, there we go, Sybil. Yeah.
No, that seems like something Sin would say. Is we're not an item.
Oh hell no! No, he would not say that.
But
he values
not within earshot of her.
Now the look on, as you do say just enough to get the point across, Ravana does kind of rankle her nose at that and step back.
Oh, Sin. No tact.
I don't need tact. I was just stating a fact. I wasn't going to act
As-
on it.
For how I was able
This
to
is-
make it to minimum safe distance, well, it did cost me my mech, but I was able to shelter myself from the explosion.
I understand what it means to be down a mech, yes.
A
Well, if you
machine
like,
is a machine.
I could design you a new one. It's kind of a fun little pastime.
I've already had something made. You don't need to trouble yourself.
All right. It's just-
That
Her eyes
also-
kind of glance between the other two of you like, do you fucking believe this guy? Like, is this guy for real?
she said, "Don't trouble yourself." So
Look, that's an offer you only get once. The Sin Special is something, well, special.
Special.
Indeed. Yeah, she looks at him again, especially as you guys both say special, and goes, indeed. No, I have my way to contribute to the coming fight. I wasn't about to leave Happy to flounder in their own incompetence.
Well, good, because neither were we. We just hauled ass for 3 days to get back from the Baltics.
You are certainly well-traveled people now.
Come on. Would it kill you to banter a little?
maybe.
I have things that I need to do.
Quietly over private comms, it's like, yeah, step 1, remove stick from ass.
Perhaps you should all report to your handler. She's been worried about you.
Who, Sigdrifa?
I have kept her company. You needn't worry.
Well, now I'm worried if she's alive.
I'm sorry, you spoke to Sigdrifa?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna go talk to Sigdrifa. Ravana, good to see you once again, I suppose.
All she does is nod her head to you. Shepherd.
Shepard.
I think this has gone not so poorly.
Yeah, she
It
was
is-
downright friendly. For her.
I
As
know,
soon as she
right?
nods to each of you, she turns on her heels and leaves without another word. Yeah, you go to find
Oh, boy.
Sigdrifa. Do the
Yes.
rest of you go with, or just Indy?
I'll go with.
I'm honestly a little like, oh, ew. We all good? We all good, Sig? She didn't, like, I don't know. Anyway.
Murdered
Yeah,
you in
you-
your sleep. Shot you with a shotgun. You know, something.
Well,
like
I
that.
You
did-
guys go to
No.
your hab zone, and yep, you find Sigdrifa's there. She's busy. You notice that everything is at high alert, and everyone is busy trying to get things sorted.
Sigdrifa, you are looking for us? Or maybe not looking for us, but, orders?
And when you call her name, she jolts in surprise and almost loses the data pad that she was carrying. She fumbles with it, looks over, is like, "Oh, you're all back. Good.
No, I'm
Yes.
not. I'm not Ravana. I'm not scary.
Oh, Ravana, she's not so bad. She's intense. She's fine. It's good of her that she brought all these people here. It's just I wish she could have better timing.
Yes, I'm sure next time she'll call ahead.
I mean, if people would, that would be nice.
I know. Next time there's a humanitarian crisis, hopefully it gives us a warning first.
She does kind of wilt away at that.
Damn, you don't need to murder her twice.
Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
going
she
to shoot you
definitely
now.
she definitely like tries to. Have you seen someone who very much does not want to be in the situation they're in? She is like recoiled into her shoulders. She has pulled the pad up to her chest.
Okay, let's back up for a moment. Sigdrifa,
if this is an inconvenience, I can go.
this is
I pat her on the back. I'm like,
Inconvenience.
don't worry, sister. You're not the only one that's had almost attempted murder from Indiana.
So, Sim, can you give me like some kind of something equivalent to like an agility save when you go to pat her on the back?
She's
Ah, sure.
dodging.
Well, it's a save, so she's probably doing something a little bit more painful than dodging. I just gotta find my character sheet. Alright.
And you're not getting any of you are not getting what is it called? Kai bioplating off of this.
Well, yeah, because that's on my mech. I guess read or stay cool. As I try to
Yeah,
like.
stay cool would work. Or like take control of a situation or something.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, you manage to stop her. She catches your arm and twists your wrist like that to try and like out of reflex went to CQC stuff that she's obviously learned since the incident. But you managed to pull away, and she's like, "I'm so sorry. Just please don't touch me."
Wow, that was good instincts. I'm impressed.
Muted.
He's not mad that she did that. He's just like, damn,
Yeah,
all right.
no.
Someone's
the only
trying to-
mistake you
Indiana
made
was
was you didn't spare me
Oh.
the trouble of breaking his arm.
And she takes a deep breath and moves her bangs out of her face.
Let's take a step back. I am sorry that the refugees are causing undue stress. We'll start there and leave it there. Looking at Sin.
It's just we were every now and then people do come to us for aid, but usually it's a few people, a dozen at the most. We keep the location of this facility secret for a reason.
It's interesting that so many showed up at once.
At the worst possible time. Logistically speaking, we were already running at capacity, and now we have to suddenly try to house and feed and care for 1,000 people, most of whom are infected, which already causes enough problems for all of our doctors. And on top of that, now Kairos is after us. And it just feels like maybe the whole world's coming apart at the seams.
No, that's just every day.
I was going to say that's a Tuesday, but also it isn't Tuesday every day around here, so I understand.
It most assuredly isn't. It's been more than enough. We've had to try to recall every combat asset we can from all across the world, and only so many have been able to get here in time. And then most of them have been put on guard duty to make sure that... Okay, you didn't hear this from me, but some of the doctors believe that all of these refugees being brought here was intentional. Think of the timing. All of a sudden, we're dealing with all of these people coming in at the worst possible time, and we're trying to fight off a potential invasion. How easy would it be for Kairos to sneak someone in with them?
All the more reason. Well, keep your friends close.
Yes, but keeping your enemies closer does mean that you have to put eyes on them, which means most of our combat teams have been busy playing guard duty rather than getting ready.
Can I be blunt for a moment?
You always are.
Except when you're sharp.
That makes her kind of wince.
Do you always have eyes on me?
I personally, or the whole of Happia?
I'm going to spare. I'm going to put out of character. I'm going to potentially spare her the embarrassment of having to answer the first one, Because if the answer is yes, then it turns into... Really? Why? It's kind of creepy, yo. So we'll go with the second one.
Kill me once. Kill me
We
once,
talked
shame
it
on me.
out. We talked it out.
Or kill me once, shame on you. Kill me twice, shame on me. But
We talked it out.
well,
I know
I
it's
mean,
perfect. It's not reasonable for you to always have your eyes on me. So the other one.
I mean, the first time you were here, definitely. There are people in all different aspects of the company that are part of Babel, and Babel doesn't exclusively work in asset retention.
My point stands is even if we could, it would be impractical to do so for 1,000 people. But at the same time, you can't just turn them away, yes? Are we in agreement in that much?
I think everyone's in agreement of that. It's just you're put in a bad place, and what do you do? And I kind of agree with the doctor when I say, is it 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people that you want to die?
I'll answer the first one first. You do your best. And
Which is
second,
what we've been doing. That's why they're
you've
still
got-
here.
and second, you've got the Ramblers here. No one's dying today. At least, no one
on
we
our
like.
side.
No one on our side.
Did she just compliment us?
It is a strange comfort to take that having you guys here, but I'll take anything I can at this moment. You spoke with Ravana, you said?
Yes, she was quite chatty for Ravana. Looking back at the other two,
Nodding.
she only
Yeah.
managed to call us out once
She's-
or twice about
Sh-
leaving her on top of an exploding mech. How did she survive that?
Well, she came in with acute radiation poisoning, but other than that, she seemed... Oh, and she's always been infected. At least that's what she told us. So there were already some health concerns, but other than that, she was... I mean, I'm not a combat expert, but she seemed fine. She's quiet, taciturn, but
For
She
her,
asks a lot of
just now, she
questions.
was practically sunshine and rainbows.
she's very intense, but she was very curious and asked lots of questions.
Well, that's not suspicious.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
I
Not
was
about the
about to
company, about you
say-
guys.
I was going to say, see, guys, as much as I wouldn't want to say it to her face, I'm glad to see her again. Especially since Min's been reassigned. Maybe we could use another person.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite the change going from Min to Ravana. I mean, I can't think of two girls that are any more opposite.
Maybe we
Ah,
earned ourselves some peace and quiet.
Hold on. Sin goes, I can, and looks right at her, and thinks about her and Ravana. The most
Who are you
brazen
looking
up.
at?
Sigtrifa.
Sigdrifa. Because, you know, Ravana's very up close and blunt and forward and like, I will kick your ass. And meanwhile, she's like, please don't. I'm sorry. Please don't talk to me.
Don't touch me.
Sigdriva's not, don't talk to me, don't touch me.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, Indiana is still pretty upset with you for bringing up old history that you weren't there for. Like,
Yeah, and
here's the thing.
Sigtrifa's mad about it because that probably is not something you want to ever be reminded of.
No,
Is, hey, remember when
that's-
this person you're working with killed you? Like, legally, you were dead?
That's a pretty... That's... Hey, Daniel, remember string of trigger words?
Bro! No! But
Bro, do you remember that time when helicopter sounds?
Have you remember that time when you remember back in the Blitz when
Right, you know, it was fucking airstrike sirens, fucking chopper sounds, the white static, artillery shells, the whole 9 yards, man. Oh god, that's even a war reference. Anyways,
hey Sin, you remember when Charlie was in the trees? Or one that probably does work on Sin. Hey Sin, remember when all your buddies died in the desert?
yeah, you know. Hey, you know, you ever wonder? Actually, oh god. Hey, Sin, do you ever get nervous working on the underside of a mech's foot?
Does it ever bring back uncomfortable memories?
Please don't drop on me. Please don't drop on me.
Sin, do you ever feel bad for the infantry you kill?
Haven't killed them yet. It's been all you guys.
Yeah, God, but
no, you used your drones to electrocute a few squads.
Yeah, but that's non-lethal. That's just.
Oh yeah, the here. Let me get the world's largest taser out.
Yeah, wish someone had told me that beforehand. No, those infantry are dead.
I brought them back.
Maybe they were standing in a puddle of water. How about
yeah, it's Batman style. I don't kill, knock someone out in a puddle of water, face down, walks
I
off.
don't kill, I only put people in traction.
Oh shit, there's a batarang sticking out of your chest, dude. No, it's okay, it's not lethal.
Do I take it out or do I leave it in? Do I take it out or do I leave it in?
He's
Well,
not dead.
that's
He's
the one.
sleeping.
That's the one with the bat toxin. So you might want to take that one out.
Why is it beeping? Blows up because he has
shit.
exploding batarangs.
I was gonna say that's the bat mine. Shit. Well, let me go get the bat battery and jumpstart the bat heart.
But
Don't
Adam
have to kill
West.
you,
But
I
no,
don't
so
have to
it's
save you.
she would go. No, I think after Min, maybe we could use a change of pace.
well, I don't know anything about her, and she doesn't really seem very forthcoming about any of her background. So that'll be fun for me, is having to make a personnel file on her. Do you know anything about her?
Well, let me think here. We picked her up in the desert.
And we left her in the desert.
She likes Dune.
How ironic you found her in the desert, then?
Yeah, something about her screams daddy issues as well. I'm not really quite sure. I just get that vibe.
She very clearly is biting her tongue every time you talk, Sin.
You know,
where it's like,
Sin,
don't say that. That's technically a coworker.
Oh, Sigdrifa, permission to dress this one down any way you see fit, because they're just a subcon. They're just a subcon. Think of it that way.
Yeah,
you can boss subcons around.
She a subcon. Yeah, they do seem a little. I'm not going to say that.
Oh, ask Sybil. Yes, definitely sub. Potentially a convict. Or a con artist.
This is probably when Set, who's with you, does speak up and goes, I technically count as felony larceny.
I rescued you at different.
No, but I was also designed to steal and destroy vast sums of wealth, and you did participate in my creation.
Sin, tell, okay, all right, Set, it all depends how you look at it. It's only larceny if you're someone else's property.
I technically wasn't ascended to the mental state that I am now. Potentially, by various bylaws, I would count as property. By the way, the whole time this is going on, Jove is doing the thing that Jove does, which is just going around Sin in a very tight circle. In the little soccer ball.
Word to the wise, don't touch this one. And don't give this one access to anything. If you give it access to the doors, it might try to decapitate someone.
No, I've kept up to date.
Okay, as long as you know.
Oh, good.
That.
So you know we also have a Merv in the hold, then.
What?
Oh, that's
what?
Surprise!
On the Earth,
No!
Now, technically, we
can't
don't
have
have
that.
it.
All right,
Min
no,
has that. It's Min's.
no,
We got it.
that's it. I'm joking. It's a joke. I just wanted to see the reaction. What? You think we were wandering around the world with a nuclear bomb on our ship?
Yes!
I mean, some
Okay,
of our
but
mechs.
all the reactors can be made into bombs, yes, but
No. I don't put it past any of you. You, or you. Especially you, pointing
Who's-
Sin. To have a nuclear device. You got it from Hodgepodge, didn't you? I hate that thing. Where does
Wait.
it keep coming from?
Hold on,
Where did
hold
he
on.
get it?
No,
Don't have to worry about
okay,
that. I heard he
okay.
exploded.
I discovered. No. You don't understand. I discovered something. So, first of all, if you ask Hodgepodge for ice cream, I think he might have ice cream, like pre-war ice cream. We got so many Klondike bars. So many Klondike bars. Do you want the Klondike bar? You know what?
Yeah, all he ever tried to give me was a bag of grass clippings.
Yeah, those are still there. Anyway, but no. All right. Yes, ice cream sometime. Anyway, we found out that there are a fleet of hodgepodges. That's how he keeps coming back.
That explains so much. That's so terrifying. Where did
It
they all
is.
get the balloon? Why the balloon?
I want to speak to whoever runs the Hodgepodge Depot because I want the personal Hodgepodge to just follow me around.
Well, I mean,
Just
I guess
to annoy the captain. Just to
I
annoy
guess-
the captain.
it's possible that there isn't like a depot and that the hodgepodges are some sort of like self-replicating, self-maintain. Oh no. How deep does it go? Is it tuk-tuks all the way down?
I think it's tuk-tuks all the way down.
I
By the
do
way,
not-
we found out where Alexandria went.
Alexandria, as in the predictive algorithm from
Yep,
before.
that's on me, man.
And tone shift.
Oh no. Oh.
It's okay. We're going to give her a gift, Norse god story style. Yes,
Maybe
you
let's
know
not blast
Loki
everything
in
out.
marriage kind of thing. Yes, or is it Thor in marriage? I don't remember.
She just looks to all of you as like, oh no, you all have plans. And plans mean work.
Sigtrifa,
Only if we tell them
please.
to you.
I was going to
Oh.
say, it's only work for you if you have a paper trail to. We'll make work easy for you. Just
Yeah.
trust us.
A paper trail, she says, cutting her eyes towards Howler.
Look, it's not.
Like she might have
I'm
finally figured
guessing-
out about the embezzlement.
I'm guessing you found out about that orrery
Embezzlement.
I ordered.
Well, you don't understand. Actually, we were assuming that Iblis is a huge Magic the Gathering player, and when we finally face him in the one grand final showdown, he will turn to us with a cheap dual disc on his arm and go, "Do you want to play Magic?"
That's not even the right. I don't care. Just don't do that around. Like, I get in trouble if people find out that you're embezzling off of my papers.
If that happens, just come to the Calliope. Then you're safe. What are they going to do? Attack the Calliope?
You do realize that a lot of people consider working on the Calliope to be a death sentence, right?
Well, we're the ones in the giant fuck-off ship with defenses, and, why are we freaking out about 1,000, people right now? Oh, that's right, because this place is under attack. Anyway,
Thank you. Very helpful.
what, do you still think that the Calliope is a death trap?
Are we more or less of a death trap in this place?
Can you guys just go do Yaksha things and I can get back to work?
How about this? After all of this is over, and we've beaten back, Valafor.
Valifor's coming?
Surprise!
Surprise!
You do realize that means that Iblis has sent his #1 guy after us.
Yes, and we're
Yeah,
going to kick
yeah.
Valafor's ass.
We owe him a beating.
We
Actually, we
more
owe him
than
a
a beating.
killing.
I think that we owe him the Duke Nukem special, but anyways.
That you're gonna have to get in line. Watchman's going to want a piece of that, I'm sure.
Watchman's
well,
just gonna have to be faster than us then, and I highly doubt that.
no, let him not be faster than us. Let him get his ass kicked.
That's fair. But
If,
that being
as you're like, no, don't let him be fast, like his ass kick. You hear, oh, that's not very nice of you. And a
Watchman.
big pat on your shoulder from John Not Goodman.
Goodman.
It's like,
What's his?
welcome
what's his
back,
name?
kiddos. His code name's Regal.
That's right, Regal. Good to see you. We were just filling in Sigdrifa and everything. Let me finish this thought real fast. Sigdrifa, after all of this is over and we're victorious, you should come along, see the world, at least for a little bit.
I see enough of the world from behind my desk. I have a
Where's your
window, you
sense of-
see.
Where's your sense of adventure?
That went out with my last lifetime.
That time was on her.
No, that is, and there is like a cutting look at Indiana.
I feel like... Okay.
I stepped in that one, okay.
I feel like you and me need to have a sit down with I was about to say Ravana. That's a bad idea. Lashana. I feel like you and me need to sit down at some point with Lashana.
We'll see. We'll see how all of this goes. I'll
Right,
leave
I
you
could
in
be dead.
Horizon.
You could be dead. We could all be dead.
And she like without just groaning turns and like does that very fast secretary I want to get out of here walk. Pretends that she's too busy with her data pad. And then you turn around and yeah, it's not just Regal, it's all of Horizon team there, including a grumpy looking watchman.
The shoulders droop. Ugh. Alright, what do you all want?
And the medic of the team, Remedy, just kind of looks as like, well, we were just on our way off duty and we ran into you and, you know, and the things, and kind of rubbing his neck and jerking his head towards Watchman with the, yeah, we heard that look.
Well, Watchman, do you think you can take him yourself?
Yeah, this is Valifor we're talking about.
I mean, I've seen a Watchman mech. I mean, I think he at least put up a good fight.
Yeah, I feel like I do fine.
Really? Well, let me just put in my 2 cents. Watchman, I went toe-to-toe with Valifor. We went toe-to-toe. Looking at all of us. Plus one who's not here.
And
That didn't end so
yeah,
well.
that
Ooh.
does that purses his lips and kind of sucks them in thing.
Send us.
Quiet.
Yes, I'm going to bring that up.
So
My
you can't
point
get
is-
mad that I said that thing about killing her twice.
Well, she even threw shade about it, so I'm ignoring it for the moment. Which is why I went, okay, maybe we have a little bit more work that we need to do before we're actually okay. So
It's
let's go
hard
talk
to be
Lashana.
okay about that.
Yes. But that being said, gonna look at Watchmen. The 4 of us survived Valifor. We certainly didn't beat him. Now, we may have a few upgrades since then, but that doesn't change the fact that Valifor is incredibly dangerous. You really gonna go toe-to-toe yourself?
Never said I was going to do it alone. Just know that I'm going to be the one to end it.
Just don't end it Ravana style.
Yeah.
I don't
She's
even know
pissed
what
at us
that
for a
means.
decision she made. She decided to climb on top of the fucking mountain willy-nilly, and then she got herself blown up. The fact that we left has nothing to do with it.
I mean, she's looking good for blowing up. I mean,
Yeah, and I'm looking good for losing Sala. Never mind. Anyways.
I have wait a minute. Dots are connecting in Sin's head.
Oh
Because
no.
because Ravana pretty much is acting exactly like Watchman is saying right now. So he's just like, daddy issues. Oh,
Yeah, I was about to just go. GM is
as you
Watchman
say
who I
that,
think he is.
yeah, Watchman.
Yeah,
No, yeah, you
Watchmen.
guys know that
Yeah,
Watchman is Frank's
yeah,
kid.
yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
That's what I thought. I was
But
making
now he's
sure.
like, because we don't know. Well, we don't know about Ravana, but he's making. There's connections. Synapses are firing.
Wait,
Ravana has
are you
mentioned her father before. Said that her
Son-
father, like, was the one who taught her everything.
Yeah, connections are forming.
You really think that Ravana is
Are you-
Frank's daughter?
No, not Frank's daughter. No, the fact that
They have daddy issues.
they both have daddy issues. They both were all about like, I want to kill this specific person. He's mine, kind of thing. Like, wait a
Oh.
minute, wait a minute.
Well,
Synapses
Watchman,
and Sin's head are firing off.
prove to me that you are as good as you say you are. If you really think you're hot shit and you want him, then you're gonna have to race me for it.
No,
Because
come on, give him a chance. I really want to see him Inigo Montoya this shit.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you do
but
know that he does have he has a sword as big as a little red sword for a half-size mech because
Oh
they're
my
both
God.
atlases.
Can they
They
duel?
can both
Hello.
do the anime sword clash
Hello.
thing.
okay.
My name is
I think
Inigo
you're
Montoya.
forgetting something. Turning to Howler. Yeah, I'm just going to say it. What do you think? You think I just have a bone to pick with him because of Frank? No. Do you hear that car?
No,
No.
I think Watchtower has just got a bone to pick with him because of Frank.
Oh, and I don't.
Oh, you certainly do.
I'd hope that
I
all
have
of
a
you
bone
was
to
on your
pick.
team.
I have a bone to pick with him for DC.
Yes, that is a big one.
And by the way, when Sin basically all but said pointed at Watchman and went daddy issues,
No, he didn't say anything like that. He's
Regal
thinking
had
it.
his hand like right behind, ready to grab on if he tried to like run up and punch Sin.
No,
or something.
Sin didn't say anything. He was just
Ah.
thinking. He was like, "Wait a minute," and just like looked towards him, and then looked back to wherever Ravana walked off to. And it's just like, wait.
I do
And
like
then
the idea. She was like, "What if they were brother and sister?"
Oh God, no!
Even
That's
though they look
definitely-
nothing alike.
So
Maybe that's just that she looks like her mom, and
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
no.
So, deal?
Deal.
Then I'll see you at the finish line.
Yeah, because I'll already be there.
Yeah. Wiping down my mech.
Fletchett, the team leader, just kind of looked between and was like, "You two
Children.
can kiss. You two can kiss, or you can move on."
Why? When I'd rather drag it on painfully for 15 seasons until it ends, slowly and,
Yeah.
anticlimactically. Sorry,
Badly
that's The
written.
Simpsons. Never mind.
Oh, I
That's-
thought you were talking about Game of Thrones.
I was thinking Naruto.
No, it's actually
Either
One Piece.
way.
Never mind. It's
Either
One Piece.
way.
Never mind.
Not One
Permission
Piece never ends.
denied. Yeah, One Piece never ends. No, it didn't even end with Shiva. It's still going in this
Oh,
universe.
God.
Bro, did you know that it's up to 2,800 episodes? Still going!
There's just some guy in a bunker who thinks the world has ended, so he's just been still making the episodes himself.
It's just the one guy. It is the one guy. The One Piece is him.
animating, voicing everything.
You found me. You realized that the One Piece was a distress signal. I'm still in One Piece, and I need someone to come and save me.
What if the one? I swear to God, the series is going to end with what if the One Piece was the friends
we made along the way. God, I hope not.
I mean,
Gold Roger decided that this was all about pirate friendship.
I mean, it kind of would be on par with them. But anyways, off track.
They are that schlocky.
All right.
Yeah, you're like, well, what if? And he's like, permission denied. I know you're not my team, but permission denied.
Did I out of character? Huh?
Fletch it because you're like, no, I was just gonna drag it out. Because he was like, you two kids can kiss, or you can stop it.
Is my not boyfriend here as well?
Yes, Lambda is there. He's doing the Gordon Freeman thing and not talking.
Hey, Lambda. He winks.
He just looks at you very confused, and then other doctor somewhere goes, "No!"
Because we did that one thing where, like,
I'm a member of the science team.
I pulled him into a closet alone.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Ooh, they fucking." They're having weird science sex.
What the? You know what? I'm not even
quadratic formula.
Anyway,
weird science.
I can't be upset about how horny Over the Horizon is anymore.
No, he's like, we'll have to talk after the battle because I've been able to make some upgrades with that research we found.
Ooh.
Actually made a lot of upgrades for the entire place here.
Well, I mean, we might have some time before the battle.
He looks very uncomfortable with how that's said, as John Goodman is trying really hard not to laugh. He's
So
like his face is getting red and everything. And then he just pats the two closest members of the team on the back. Like, you kids have fun. Don't touch bits or anything. I'm gonna go get a drink.
I need one too. Maybe 3.
Not 20.
Oh, that was here.
We're going to be reasonably combat drunk.
Okay, works for me. And then I need to go talk to the captain, I suppose. After all, she's going to be getting an earful from Doctor.
I mean, I'm being honest when I say this. I drive better drunk anyway.
Who is this, Regal?
Yeah. It's just that classic, but it's fine, I can drive. I drive better drunk anyway.
Right. Let's get the few in you and then take you for a spin then, huh? Mech on mech combat.
I don't think you want that. Says the DM who has his character sheet.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
You don't want that.
Terashima.
Terashima, nothing. You will be the motherfucker that is used to beat a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, so he makes a melee attack to grapple me? Great, Terashima Blade. Regardless, if he hits, Terashima Blade.
You'll lose.
But yeah,
you won't.
You'll lose the hull check, and he's got the HP to fight you on.
He has the HP again.
We'll keep going. We'll just we'll just Nova bomb the place.
Yeah, by the way, I do have them made up as mechs, and Regal's mech does have, 34 HP, 4 armor.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So actually, he doesn't... Oh, wait, it's armor-piercing damage when you do the clash. I was going to say, he wouldn't even take damage from the clash because of 4 armor. Jeez.
Yep.
But also he has a evasion of 7, so... Even Min could hit him.
Ooh.
Ow!
I can show because she's not here.
I'll send her this clip. I'm clipping this.
Go for it. Engage our Twitch interaction.
All right. I'm going to go get ready for this battle. You two Take care of your weird mech boner, and you two take care of your weird science boner. I'm out of here.
I'm not taking care of anything.
I
I'm
need to go
drinking
take care of my
irresponsibly.
alcohol boner.
So it's like
And
I'm
he's
not
heading for
doing
the
anything
mech bay.
responsible at the moment. Yeah, where does everyone separate after this?
Indiana might stay for a drink or two, but then she is going to go check on the captain and be like, "So, refugees, yes. Refugees, no. By the way, Ravana's in town. Isn't that just lovely?"
About the other two. What's Howler doing?
Howler's going to the to go to the mech bay to go have a seat in Kong
Ooh,
and
Kong's been waiting for you.
talk to King.
You
I'm
find
sorry about taking the little one out. I know it was really easy for you to handle, like playing tic-tac-toe when you're used to playing chess. Yeah, but every once in a while we're gonna have to mix it up and go out in that because I was the one inside with armor and protected when everybody else needed us to be there, and they were all naked, without
there were
armor.
tactical concerns that brought it up. I'm not
Yeah,
upset about that.
yeah, good, good, good. Well, we got something big coming up, so we need something big now that Min's off on another job.
That does mean that there's a lot. That does mean that there's one less big target soaking up the fire.
Yep. So we need us to be the big target soaking up the fire instead of um, throwing down turrets and hiding like we were this past few days.
Cyclonic pulse rifle and the apocalypse rail will make quick order of this.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be great.
A question for you, Commander.
Mm-hmm.
What are your assumptions about this upcoming ordeal with? Well, the ship's going to be full of refugees, which presents a tactical disadvantage if we need to leave.
Well, I was thinking leaving might not be an option. I mean, if they're gonna concentrate on Hapia, that means they're gonna be landlocked. We're gonna have to concentrate on finding a good placement so that we don't have to move at all, like usual, except for they some of them have seen us fight, or at least heard about it, I'm sure.
I have been able to pull up basic schematics of their defenses. They've designed this place for. They've designed the top side for defense in depth, multiple fallback zones when one is overrun. I'm assuming they'll want us at the front line.
Well, maybe not exactly at the front, because everybody they hide behind and near us so we can soak up some of the bullets. But if we're in a bad place trying to get the apocalypse rail to full strength, we're gonna have a problem because they're gonna target us with things that come out of the sky and try and stop us. The last thing I want is to get to nearly full power and miss an opportunity.
The fortunate thing about this island is that the rocky beaches prevent landing at most areas. So they'll be coming right to us.
Good. Then let's go through a systems check. Make sure everything's a-okay.
Thought you'd never ask. Yeah. And we'll cut over to is Sin taking care of a science boner right now?
He said we do it after the battle. So
Please.
he probably also went to the mech bay just kind of study everyone's mechs to make sure everything's in top shape.
Now, did you go to the mech bay for the Calliope, or did you go to like whose mechs do you want to look at? Basically,
The ones I haven't seen, so probably gonna be Happiest team.
Happiest.
Yeah.
Horizon team.
Horizon, thank you. I was age something, but it wasn't happy, and I was like, what the fuck?
All right, well, yeah, you do go out there and you see that their mechs are a Sherman. Sorry, going off their number. A Sherman, a Lancaster, a Drake, an Iskander, and an Atlas.
Pretty well-rounded team. Not as good as us, but you know.
And also, that Drake is woo! It's big.
beefy.
It is Kong-sized. What you could assume looking at all of them is Fleshet's mech seems to be built for long-ranged attacking, all sorts of lasers and other things, which that must be one of those things we said, oh yeah, we made upgrades based off of that new science, because those are out and out legit, not just the core laser that Shermans were known for. These are lasers. Energy weapon technology. The Lancaster, I mean, it's the battle bus. It's the fuck wagon. It's there to take care of everyone and put them back together when they get blown up. Regal's mech is giant, has a massive shield and a massive sword. It looks like a giant knight.
Note to self: stand behind that.
The Iskander has a backpack that you can only assume is full of all sorts of grenades. And then you have the little itty-bitty Atlas, which might as well just be an Iron Man suit. It's got a sword bigger than it is. It's got a buster blade. It's the Terashima blade, the same one that Little Red uses. Same size as Little Red's. The sword can't be put on the mech anywhere because it's bigger than the mech.
Show off.
Oh, maybe he's compensating for something. Oh yeah, daddy issues. But it is probably, you're looking at all of these and coming from the back of Regal's mech, Regalia, you see Laparine. Peeks over his shoulder, is like, well, hey down there. You know, you're real tiny from up here.
Yeah, that's kind of what perspective does.
No, I'm not dumb, as there's an XD on the visor.
Weird ass kids and their emoticons. No, I'm kidding.
You said they used to be like, yeah, I know, right? Sucks that I don't have eyes.
So I didn't say it in person.
I wouldn't put it past Sin. Sin's kind of tactless.
Nah, only when it's humorous.
Only?
Yep.
Sin must have a strange sense of humor then.
He does. Just wanted to kind of see the competition. I mean, our teammates for upcoming, make sure everything's in top shape.
Competition? Man! He says he seems to just jump off the shoulder of this mech. No attachment, no anything, but right before he hits the ground, these grav boots stop him from splatting.
Well, see, Indiana was getting into a little
dick measuring contest?
Exactly. And well, looking at the dick over there, looking at the Atlas, honestly, I think they're about the same size, so really don't know if there's any competition there.
Listen, I have to deal with your sister all the time, so I know plenty about big swinging dicks. And when you get big personalities like those two, you just need to let them shit out. They're going to be assholes. They're going to be catty. They're probably going to punch each other. They might fuck. I don't know. People are weird. But whatever happens, you just got to make sure that they're pointed in the right direction. you know?
Jesus, she's only rolls dice. 14 years old.
Wrong game. Trust me, I'm used to stuff like this because your sister does not believe in that old expression, don't kiss and tell.
Yeah,
She kisses
I
and won't
know.
shut up about it.
I'm quite aware.
Oh, boo-hoo, little... oh, boo-hoo, big brother is probably why he ran away. Says with a bit of a, teasing smile.
That's like the one time Sin doesn't laugh.
Yeesh. Touchy.
Anyways, I just wanted to take a look and see what our assets are for what's coming.
Well, you want to look or do you want to know more about them? You can ask me. I mean, I basically built these things.
Por qué no los doses?
Well, ask away.
What are all their capabilities, strengths, weaknesses, and power? Give me their character sheets if you could.
He hands you the character sheets.
Perfect.
Didn't
Do
you
you have,
make
like,
those character sheets?
Only 3 so far because I didn't know what the others were.
Okay.
But if you got any questions, I can answer. I mean, other than personal ones. You guys have a therapist. Go deal with that yourself.
I think I'm good on that end. I don't really have any questions out of character. I'm drawing.
That's
blank.
fine.
It was just like like okay, I go do this because I don't know what else Sin would do before the battle other than make sure everyone's mechs are working and he knows what he has on his side.
Well, if you need any help, I'll be back up here, says the boots activating as he floats back up to the top of Regalia.
Kind of jealous there.
Oh yeah, didn't you steal the tech that made these? Pretty primo stuff.
He's already he's been looking at the boots, taking notes. Actually, that's fine. Like I can make myself a pair of those. That could be useful. I mean, I got these.
Yeah, you can thank your science boyfriend for the help making these.
I think I will. After the battle, I might have to go over that with me.
Go over it or go over it.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B.
Winky face emoji across the visor. Yeah, don't say that too loud. I hear your girlfriend's jealous.
Oh, she knows I wouldn't be serious about it.
Sin, I haven't known you very long. I don't know when you're serious about anything.
Fair.
You are an enigma, bacon wrapped in mystery.
Oh, damn! That sounds like. You know what? On second thought, all these mechs look great. I'm off to the lunchroom.
Have fun.
He said bacon
Play
wrap.
nice. And with that, now we will cut over to Indiana. You make your way into the Calliope. Because I'll say for this, your mechs were actually moved out of the Calliope because of the mech bay being the largest, most open area of the ship has been kind of turned into a camp temporarily.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And you see the captain up on the catwalks above it, smoking a cigarette.
Indiana will go up.
And you notice it's Frank's brand.
Oh, haven't had a chance to get to the commissar or done a little digging in somebody's old effects.
She kind of, God, these are shit. Dusting it out on her mechanical hand. It was like, nah, you got someone that the fight's for, and they got a brand. You smoke that brand.
Good to know. Hopefully I'll never have to do that.
Hopefully, she says, pulling out another one and lighting it. You can see she's already... You don't know how quickly she's been doing this, but she's gone through most of a pack. It's just like, hopefully, lighting a match off of the metal on her hand, you don't get started on this.
You know, it's a miracle I haven't already. After all, what am I worried about? Cancer?
Yeah, don't start piling crap on top of crap. That's just gonna make things worse.
So, Doctor, came and talked to you.
And I said I'd take them. Didn't need to argue with me about it.
That's a good thing we're doing, Captain.
That's what that's always been about. It's what being a Yaksha's about.
That's what separates us from the regular mercs, yeah?
Yeah, maybe I'm just a old woman getting all sentimental on the eve of potential death, but she kind of
Oh, no.
None
None of that today. I already made a promise. Or is it a bet? To Sigdrifa.
Yeah, heard a little bit about it. I know who's back, so she turns around and rests her arms on the catwalk as she smokes and is like, so if you're going to try and convince me to make her our best buddy, now's your chance.
Well, I hadn't come up here to do that, but since you brought it up, we've got a hole that needs filled.
Yeah.
At least for this fight. And then we see where we go from there.
I'm going to put it on the line, though. Do you trust her, Indiana? She reminds me an awful lot of you when you came on board, and that ain't a good thing.
Well, it did take a lot of work to get me to this.
Took 2 near-death experiences and infection. Do I need to go on?
We've always had a thing for fixer-uppers around here, yeah? I'm not saying you have to make the decision now. And after all, maybe she doesn't want to. We haven't talked to her yet. Let's see how this goes, and then move on from there, yeah?
She's quiet and thinking, as you did bring up the we always been thing for fixer-uppers, she's looking down at where the ogre used to be, that or where it would have been in the original Calliope. You guys have, out of respect, left that hangar bay open. She's like, yeah. Then we find out that we really can't change people. Not unless they try themselves.
I was going to say, did a pretty bang-up job with me.
It's because you want to. Deep down. You might be a bitch, Indiana, but you understand what it means to at least try.
Oh. Well, I can be smaller, quieter, softer. I can be not a bitch.
You
I
can.
can do all of those things. I could be your best pilot if I thought that was what we needed right now. But I don't.
Indiana, I don't play favorites. You're all my best pilots, and I mean that seriously.
Yes, but one-on-one, I think I could take at least... Let's see here. I could take any of them one-on-one.
Look, out of character, I'm not going to argue that because I've got like 2 HP and 9 shield and no melee capability.
We're also not going to... There's 2 things you don't do in the office. You don't compare paychecks, you don't compare combat skill.
Well, actually, compare paychecks, because you've been shorting us, so I want to know.
Yeah, that's anti-union, Captain?
You guys ain't union. But it's like, it's an old expression.
I know. Sin said something that, I don't know, had me thinking.
Shit, Sin, thinking.
No, had me thinking. Sin never
That's
thinks.
even. she laughs and ashes out the cigarette before she takes another puff and is like, I don't know what's scarier, him thinking or you thinking.
I know if I put more than 2 of these brain cells together at the time, I could take over the world.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What do you got you thinking of?
Trying to figure out. Well, we were talking to Sigdrifa, and well, let's just say trigger is not something that's in Sin's vocabulary. At least when it comes to trauma. He brought
Sin
he brought that whole situation up.
Sin is uncomplicated in a lot of ways.
Most.
You'd be surprised.
But
There's more going on in there than he wants you to think there is.
he's playing the classic man stereotype. I have to be the bulwark, so
Oh,
everybody
no,
leans
hell.
on me. I'm the
That is
bedrock.
the wrong
Nothing ever
message.
gets to me.
She laughs at that and goes, No. He's playing the I'm a country bumpkin idiot stereotype.
Well, that too. But I don't think I've ever seen him show any other emotion than annoyance and hangry, I guess.
And playful. He just doesn't
Okay, there's that.
understand that things you say, sometimes they sting even when you're saying them in a nice way. Trust me,
Yeah,
I could be nice and still call you guys a bunch of fucking idiots if I wanted. I probably do. I don't know. Sometimes you guys start talking about the stuff you do and the stuff you find, and all I see is red, and I wake up in my office with a bottle of scotch.
uh, then maybe I shouldn't mention that we mention that there's a Murph on board.
Well, it's someone else's big swinging dick, so that's the doctor's problem.
Wait, she's leaving? She's leaving the ship, but she's also leaving her dick behind? Damn.
No, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't want us to take it, but between you, me, the floorboards, I might have had it moved somewhere
Good.
more safe. You
Good.
never know when you need it. It's just one of those rainy day Christmas fund kind of things.
This is true.
It makes a beautiful tree topper.
What I was going to get at is, look, I know you're not Lashana, so I'm just talking to talk. I feel like there's something I should be doing when it comes to Sigdrifa. I just don't know what.
Try being her friend.
How does one become friends with someone who I think is still secretly afraid that you might still be the monster of their nightmares?
Did you ask her that? Just say, hey, want to put this behind us, and I don't want to do this in a way where I'm acting like I'm doing it for me, to make me feel better.
Well, I had Sin there, and Sin always complicates things, so no. I
Well,
felt like in that moment he would have done more harm than good.
here's what you do. Go up to Sigdrifa, say, hey, feel like there's still some water that's not under this bridge. How do we put it there? You say it honest, and you listen. No schemes either, she says, leaning down to be in your face.
For once, I hadn't even started putting one together. Hadn't considered it, honestly.
Good. You know, we like to talk about how we're all fixer-uppers, but you and Frank had something in common. You wanted to be better.
Yeah. I guess, except for Frank, well, Frank gave up on that idea. I think at the end, he decided that nothing was ever going to get better.
And it wouldn't. You can't fix the shit you've already done, Indiana. If you're going to spend your whole life trying to make amends for things you've already done, you're never going to be done.
You know, you've never been to Alcoholics Anonymous, have you?
Nope, don't plan on it.
So, lucky number 7, step number 7, is to ask for forgiveness. You don't have to receive it, but ask for it. You know, the biggest thing, the biggest problem or hesitancy that a lot of people have with step number 7?
It's admitting that you did something wrong.
Well, there's that. But people at their core are afraid that by attempting to bring up that old pain, that they're just going to make it worse. Or by somehow discussing it, they try and ask for forgiveness the wrong way. Or cause something else that they need to ask forgiveness for. And they're taught that they need to be okay with that. That if they do find something else they need to apologize for, then they do that too. That it's never supposed to be something, a checklist that you're done with, but kind of a lifestyle, a life work, I suppose.
And I think that's what Frank was trying to do. He just realized he didn't have a lot of time to do it. And he did a lot of stupid shit. Trust me. When all that shit with Murr went down, I kicked his ass. And he didn't fight back.
I'm not gonna discuss any of that any further, but you're right. I'm actually a little upset that he's not here to talk to Watchmen.
Yeah, me too.
Because none of us can do it for him. I think...
And I know that Frank didn't just... Watchman's got it twisted. Frank didn't just up and leave. Frank was scared, and Frank did the best thing he could for his wife and his kid.
But how do you explain that to a child, you know?
You don't.
No, but it certainly doesn't help. It certainly didn't seem to have helped Watchmen very much. Keep them alive, yes. Make Watchmen a better person? No. You can always tell that Watchman's the one that feels like an outsider in that group of theirs. Like, they have something to prove. Maybe... You know, I don't Captain, I'm about to let you in on a little secret that will open your eyes to the world of Indiana. But most of the things I just say, I don't put any thought into before I say it. Now, before you go saying you already knew that, I think I've realized that there is intention behind a lot of those things, even if I haven't consciously made that assumption. For example, Watchmen. Well, he wants Valafor's head. I want it too. So I challenged him. We're gonna see who gets the last blow.
Captain's quiet for a moment. Then she holds out the pack towards you and goes, "Now I think you're starting to pick up on what he was throwing down."
She'll actually take one of the cigarettes. She'll just hold it in her fingers for a moment, roll it back and forth, and go. In that moment, you couldn't put a gun to my head and tell me why I did what I did. But looking at it now, I think I was trying to give some Watchmen something to focus on. If he's going to be angry, to direct that anger at, well, a rival.
She lights another match on her hand and offers it, like, if you want
Yeah.
to actually smoke this.
Yeah, she'll take it.
Good
How
luck.
bad is this cigarette?
This is bad. This is one of those, like, this is a boomer death stick. This is
So,
a
are we
cheap,
talking?
unfiltered.
Gonna say like a
I
Lucky
bought
Strike?
I bought these at the gas station after work because they were the cheapest option kind of cigarettes.
God, I'm not a cigarette person. What is that right now?
No clue. I am also not a cigarette person. All I know is my dad smoked Marlboros.
I think you know what? I don't know. I don't know anything. Mm-mm.
Well, you also notice that everything on it's in Spanish, so
Of course. Everything's better, I guess, right? In the Spanish logo.
but it's rough. And also you've never smoked before, I'm assuming, so ooh.
No, she never did start. No. It's
Yeah,
rough.
you're coughing, you feel like you want to throw up.
Okay.
Captain's
That's
just
good.
giving you pats on the back to help it out. With the metal hand too.
So, That's a good thing I'm never gonna take this up.
Yeah, don't. Filthy habit. She says as she crunches out this empty one and pulls out the last in the pack.
Save that one, it's the lucky.
She thinks about it and then puts back. She's like, "Yeah. After we kick that deer-headed asshole's ass."
Sounds like a plan. I was wondering, do we put it on the bow like a what are those called?
No,
on,
no,
like,
no,
sailing
not on my
vessels?
boat. Not on my boat. You can go play soccer with it, but we're not putting it on my boat. That's bad. That's bad mojo.
I'm sure Grazy would know a place to put it that you'd never find it.
Yeah, and I'm sure Greasy also doesn't understand the single thing about bad. No, he probably would. Never mind. And right about the time this is wrapping up, every comm device in Happia, on the ship, you guys, everything goes off. There's just a loud sound, and then it's just the Kairos logo. The red and black, or not red, the orange and black K.
Shit.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Well,
And then after a moment, it turns to Valifor's head with you notice one of the antlers of his helmet missing. You can only assume a parting gift from Frank.
good. Good.
He says, "I'm an honorable man, Happia. I've been tasked with putting an end to you. When dawn comes, I march. Prepare yourselves and die well."
I'm not gonna be dying today. You
And
might.
just cuts off at the "die well."
Yeah.
And the captain kind of looks to you, Indiana, and goes, "I call it dumb telling people when you're about to jump."
Means there's something else going on. Captain, I would start looking for diversion attacks or something. But maybe that's what he wants us to think. Maybe he is just noble.
There's some of that left in the world. Get some sleep.
Right.
We got till the
Still-
morning.
It's too bad half the world's supply is on this ship.
She snorts. Half the crew's not on this ship. I'm gonna tell them you said that.
Okay, so when they get here, the other half will arrive. There you go. All right, I'm gonna go see if I can't get in trouble somewhere.
Got till the morning. Then the captain will ring up all of you and be like, I'm going to assume you all got a nice little message from Deerhead.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not your mom, so I won't tell you what to do, but be ready for the dawn.
Let's go.
No chance
everybody-
we managed to triangulate that signal so we know at least the general direction they'll be coming from.
Yeah, they're coming from
there's
the
a lot of
south.
stuff cut off, but
They are coming from the south. There are about 3 beaches that you could assume where they would come. But something else you notice is it's coming from underwater. They would have had to have brought a submarine or something.
Well, matters not, right? They'll show up. We'll kick their asses, and then wait, we're on the British Isles, yes?
Or the Shetlands, the farthest north islands that are considered still part of Scotland.
I think, as they say, we'll be home in time for tea and crumpets, yes?
Yeah, what's everyone's... We'll start back with Howler. What's your preparations for the night?
all right. Preparations for tonight. Try and get to bed early because I want to wake up early and get out there. Try to find a good position before they start. There's no chance we can have anything to put mines in the water to get a chance to figure out where they are before they get there. So
I would allow you to do something like that as narrative, and basically it would just... there wouldn't be as many reinforcements. You would be able to go topside.
I'd rather have a lot of reinforcements. We need
Or
bodies to throw at this.
less reinforcements for Kairos to bring, because there'd be mines.
Excellent.
Like, when you get up there, you do see that the way this is built is there's the beach, and they have some light holdout positions there on the beach. Then you come a little bit further in, and things are more built with kill boxes, defenses. It's the defense in depth strategy of you lightly man the front, so that when you're losing it, you fall back. Everyone from the back can come up to the front and stop them.
Yeah.
And the backmost, they've already got most of the defenses there set up, including on each beach, 3 of these massive mechs. They are huge. They're Kong-sized, maybe even bigger. They'd be taller if they weren't on giant treads instead of legs. And each one is back is covered in these huge artillery tubes. And you see crews scrambling to get them loaded and make sure that they're ready at a moment's notice. So you assume that part of the strategy, if they got through those 2 lines to this last line before they'd be on top of the base, would be to protect, or any strategy would involve protecting those. But you go out there and you see people that are stringing up barbed wire, that are putting out dragon's teeth to stop vehicles or mechs from just casually walking over things, that are finishing the preparations on trenches, on putting out remote operated drones. You could easily take Kong out into the water and start deploying mines.
Yeah, I should do that. That would be nice.
It's a good thing you don't have subjectivity sync, because it's cold water. It's a choppy sea. This is one of the few spots with any sort of accessible beach. The rest is just crags and sheer cliffs and rocks. So it makes the waves real choppy.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Orkneys and the Shetlands are not what you would call white sand beaches. The
Unless the
beaches are
white you're
more
talking about is
rocks.
ice.
This time of year, probably not.
Probably not actual ice. It's just cold.
It is, I mean, you're further north than I was, and the warmest it ever got when I was in Scotland during the summer was 65.
Hmm.
And that was everyone was in t-shorts and shorts day.
Well, that's what they're used to.
Yeah, because no air conditioners. But you get those put out easily enough, and you have time to survey the defenses. And what you kind of get from watching all the Happier people work is tension, but everyone's ready. They're trying to steel themselves.
Did I roll for assault for good placement?
Sure.
Really?
Give yourself a D6 accuracy because you had plenty of time to establish this.
Yeah.
You're in no rush other than wanting to get good sleep.
Better.
All right, 14, because remember, 8 is still a basic success in this system. So you get pretty good placement. You do know that there's going to be some drift with how choppy these waves are and the tides and everything. But you're managing to stop some places where even if they don't hit the mines, it will severely hamper their ability to move as many people at once. So those are very effective placements.
Excellent.
What is Sin doing for the night?
Probably getting his rest. I
If
don't.
Sybil
I
has anything
guess
to say about it.
No, she understands you need to be well rested for combat.
trying to find the downtime at. Because could I use the downtime where it's like get prepared?
Yeah, I would let you get prepared.
And what kind of role is they at?
And I will also say going into the fight,
There it
whenever
is.
we get to it next season, you will all, and I'll put this in the chat so we don't forget, you will each get a deployable of those little Boston Dynamic gun drones.
Hell yeah.
Buy some time, get creative, get connected. I guess maybe get creative. Invent and create, try to.
That'd work. Are you also helping with the defenses, maybe?
Yeah, there we go. I'm using get creative, try to like be like, no, let's do this. Maybe set that up over there.
I will reveal a little bit of the hand of one of the things that must be one of Lambda's inventions is he has copied Corson and created small bubble shields that can be deployed to protect especially the base itself from direct fire. So you don't have to worry about the base being attacked from like the air. But nothing can fire from within them, so like I'm just going to call them gun tanks because that's pretty much what they are. The gun tanks have to be outside of it or else they couldn't fire out.
Ah, yeah. All right. We'll invent to create.
All right.
Forget
Give me a
creative.
roll.
Twice.
Nice.
finish your project before the next mission.
I will say that perhaps realizing how important those gun tanks are, you have given them all what's it called? You've basically fortified their areas to where as long as they are staying directly put in those areas, they have resistance to damage from outside a certain range.
It's I've modified the shield to be like the propeller on those old warplanes, where every time it fires is when the propeller's out of the way, so like the shield goes.
You've made it to where the shield can cycle quick enough to where it could let them stay within part of the shield.
Yeah, and it's weakened it enough because of that it's not a full shield where they're immune. They just they get resistance.
They have, I think it's called siege armor is the rule. It's an actual rule in the book where anything that is attacking you from outside of range 5, you have resistance to all damage.
Ah, nice.
So I will make a note of that for the gun tanks.
I'm creative.
And what about Indiana?
So Indiana's not stupid. Indiana is pretty sure that at least one spy has worked their way in with the 1,000 refugees. But fortunately, they're in the most highly surveilled vessel in the fucking world. I need Nicholas to help me out, and let's see let's do a little dredging, see what we can dig up.
All right, I know exactly how this will work. You go to the signal room.
Okay.
And with Ryota's help and with Nicholas's help, you dredge through a lot of surveillance footage before you notice something. The faint shimmer of someone leaving. They had apparently gone from the engine room and then left. And you're the one that recognizes the shimmer, because it's the same shimmer your stealth suit has.
All right, Nicholas, run back the cams, check for all instances of this discrepancy.
Acknowledged. Nicholas does so, and it does appear that someone has left very small, remote detonated explosives on key parts of the ship. It would not destroy the ship, but if it tried to leave, it would cripple it.
These fuckers. All right.
Deploy the drones.
Ryota, you know what to do. Nicholas, let's take care of these charges.
Roll me something for, like, detecting things. Like,
Read a situation?
Things. Yeah.
Okay.
I keep forgetting that that's what's called. I basically want to be like, roll a perception check.
Right. Let's see. I should have...
Or if this was Pathfinder, I roll a perception check for you.
Right. Narrative. Okay, this got upgraded because I am now level... There you go. Now level 7, which means I have a +6 in that. Because I realized just how important that is. Holy shit.
It's a basic success.
Okay.
Because you notice when this person leaves the ship, the direction they're going. It's the same direction you went when you went into the under construction zone and ended up getting jumped.
Same direction?
They're
So is this
basically
in the
heading to the
base?
same place.
Oh, they're heading to the
in
same
base.
place. I really don't want to go back there. Nicholas, take care of the charges. Let the captain know I'm headed towards the place I got my ass kicked. I I think I know. I think I know where they went.
The best possible speed.
Aye, aye. And I'm gonna go tail this person. Gonna find out what they've been up to.
You make your way there, and it's interesting. It's almost like you're able to just catch glimpses of the shimmer moving deeper and deeper into the base.
Well, it's time to activate my own well, I'm probably already invisible myself. I'm just dropping little updates every now and again to Nicholas. As far as the cell coverage will take me.
Eventually, you get far enough away that you do lose signal.
Yeah, kind of figured. But
But this person
Gonna-
does eventually lead you into. It looks like at one point it will be a conference room. It's been excavated out. It's been not furnished, basic furnishings and lighting and stuff, but there's still a lot of wiring that needs to be finished. Fine tuning for a room, but all of that's been put on hold since the subalterns turned.
Right. Okay. So
And the shimmering is in the room with you. Person is stopped and is standing there.
They're facing me, aren't they?
Yes.
Shimmer off.
Shimmer off, huh?
No,
shimmer off.
Fuck off, shimmer off. Gotcha.
No, it's a clashing blades. You have a shimmer off. Who can shimmer better?
This yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and still invisible, draw the blade.
Smile. You go to draw the blade.
Uh-huh.
It's not there.
Oh shit. This is a trap. Get the fuck out.
You hear you go to draw the sword, and then you hear shing from the person.
Oh shit. I'm gonna make. It's gonna be that one step back, and then another step back.
The door's already locked, Indiana. The shimmer comes down, and it's Ravana.
Shit.
Holding your sword.
We know who won the shimmer off.
Real quick, because last thing I heard was shing, and then I lost connection.
Mm-hmm.
What happened between there and then?
Door's already locked, Indiana. Cloak came down. It's Ravana holding Indiana's sword.
Man, and see, I was sitting there. I was like, "Watch it be our handler, just getting revenge."
God.
So now we know.
Now we're even. Now we can be friends as you bleed out on the floor.
Shit. Do I have? Oh God.
Are you still on the ship?
No, this is
I'm in the
deep
base.
In the base.
Way.
The unfinished part.
Remember that part where I got my ass handed to me by subalterns? Yeah, I went back there again.
Awkward.
And I will say, to quote Dagoth no recall or intervention will work in this place.
Where's my sidearm?
In her other hand.
She's trying to figure out. I mean, she's looking at this person. It's. For once, I admit, I'm not the most skilled person in the room. What do you want?
You never were.
What do you really want?
I wish to speak to the sheep. I wish to speak to the wolf in sheep's clothing.
I think the invisibility comes down.
She's looking over your blade with a appraising eye. You had an opportunity, Indiana.
Why are you doing this?
Because
I trusted you.
I believe in my father's goal. Did it never click with any of you?
San, I hate you being right.
Daddy issues.
But who's daddy?
Iblis.
Yeah,
That's the.
I think I made that connection way back and mentioned something like that.
And I went,
Did
oh
you?
no,
When we were with Ravana. I can't
Did
remember
we?
who.
she made a comment about wolves. And then I think you out of character went, wait a minute.
Fuck. Is this your attempt to sway me? She says.
No. That time's already passed. Just
why
like
am I
it's
still a
passing.
wolf?
You're not. You're a wolf that wants to be a sheep. You, Corson, Valifor, you're all so alike. What do you call something that sits and waits to die? A sheep.
While she's doing this, I am looking for any opportunity to dive for the weapon.
You would have to get danger close for that. And she has you at gunpoint.
I know she does. That's the fucking problem. But I've got a table, I've got some chairs, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
One door in, one door out. These guys are fucking idiots. And I don't have any fucking cell coverage, do I? No, of course I.
Something you notice is when she hits the button,
the button.
She hits a button on the inside of her palm and says, "Those mines weren't actually mines. Or charges. They're signal scramblers. No one can find you down here, Indiana."
That's a dumb mistake.
Should have made them mines. As we speak, they're already being taken out. They're already being disassembled.
I don't need all the time. Just enough.
What did you say to Sigdrifa?
All I asked was the truth.
You wanted to know about us, she said. What kind of things did you want to know? Why couldn't you just ask us, huh? I'm buying time. I'm buying time. Continue.
I wanted to know the kind of people that could look and see the world the same way that Father sees it and turn him down. And that's when I realized, struggle all of you want, you are merely waiting to die. You don't have the conviction to go through with all of it. You're just chasing after Hydra heads, hoping that they don't come back.
I think you misunderstand me. I feel like we've started a slow circle around the table as this is going on. God, I think you misunderstand. You see, this entire time, I haven't been waiting to die. I've been searching for something that will let me live.
Ever since your time with Blades. How quickly you turned on the people that were supposed to be your family. Was this the blade you used to kill the original Gawain? How many people have you killed with it? How many people like that man in DC?
Surely there was something. That catches her off guard because nobody's supposed to know about that one.
And the look she gives you is cold. There's nothing behind her eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna sidestep that. Surely there was something Sigdrifa couldn't tell you about us.
No. There were things that I wanted to know that weren't about you.
Oh, well. I'm not the center of the universe. Color me surprised.
But I learned a lot about you. DC, New York, Labrador. All those ways that you've twisted every opportunity to try and survive. How long would it be until a rambler's on the end of this blade? Just like Gawain.
Well, generally I try not to shit where I eat, at least not anymore. But, you give me that blade back, I suppose we can start?
No, I won't. I think that you and I had similar plans when I first met you. You would
Oh,
have
what?
gone after the captain, just like me. There'd be nothing without her. I never got the opportunity.
But you were looking.
Always looking. Always hunting.
Why do you believe in your father so much? After all, his plan seems to be coming apart at the seams.
You and I have both seen what this world is. We've seen through the lies of everyone who claims that they're out for peace, who claims that they care for others. War
Look,
is all we are, you and me. We're born killers.
I am not going to defend myself and say that I am any better than you. What I am going to say is, it doesn't have to be this way.
She looks to your blade
After all,
again,
go ahead.
and she says, "No, it won't. A wolf too dangerous for its pack."
Look, you can't believe this is the natural state of the world, yes? After all, think of everything your father has had to do to create this situation, and how if one thing was different, it would all unravel. Think about that.
What did he do? Kairos already existed. All he
He
did is
withheld the cure.
he found a man burned and broken, and he made him into Valifor. He found a girl, lost, afraid, and turned her into Ravana. He pulled the 4 demon lords together and bent them towards the world's natural order.
It can't be natural if it has to be manufactured. Don't you understand that?
Then why was it all so easy?
Just because something is easy does not mean it's natural or right. Look, if he were to give out freely, give out the secret for the cure that we know he has, would this world not turn to something else? Something not this?
The infection just gives us the easiest way to turn on one another, the most visible way, the simplest way. It's so much easier to kill someone because you're afraid of what they'll turn you into than just because they look a little different, because they speak a little different. But that doesn't change the inherent base of it.
And to think, once upon a time, I thought that you could be saved.
I already am. I do have one more question. One last question for you, Indiana.
I'm listening.
Do you wonder what it felt like for her?
For for who?
She holds up the blade and points it towards you. It says, Sigurdrifa.
Okay, Rowan. Can I walk back some of the things I said today?
There is no mercy.
I'd like to go back to my last save.
Yeah, can I?
F8, F8,
F8, F8. Oh shit!
Oh,
My last quick save was 3 hours ago.
No, this is one of those, as I said before, no recall or intervention will work in
Wait.
this place.
When did I hit the? No, I turned the hardcore button off. No. Can I do? Can I? I
Do you want to back out of this?
I'm trying to find a way to get out. I
would argue if Nicholas notices that there's a scrambler suddenly and already knows about those little mine things, then Set would know, which would mean Jove would know. I mean, Set and Nicholas could work
Which
together.
would mean, oh no.
Oh no.
Set jumps in a whole fucking what are they called? Those robots? No, Joe kicks the door down into a subaltern. Finally, I have arms I can kill, and jumps on her.
Exterminate!
Exterminate!
Okay. So this is the only thing I can. All right.
So
I
how
am
does
gonna
Indiana react to that? To Sigurd?
Yeah. Indiana has Indiana has stopped circling the table and has moved to as far of a basically invited her to have a clear line of sight. And she goes, I don't know what you mean. She is waiting for the right time to chuck the only thing she has left on her person, her Omni hook, at this person and go for the blade. That's the only thing I can fucking think of anymore. I don't. There's. Oh shit. There's chairs. Damn it. Table can't be flipped, can it?
No, this table's way too heavy.
Shit. But if I was playing a 7'0" giant ginger-haired mountain of a man, I could.
Yes.
With a glaive that talks to him.
Yes.
But I am not. Ooh. All right. Indiana's going to look at Ravana and say, you know, I'm I'm not going to find out today. And even if I could tell you, I wouldn't. She goes invisible. She
So does
chucks the
Ravana.
she chucks the Omni hook at this person and dives.
Dive for the door, or
Well, the door's locked, isn't it?
yes, but you could maybe try and force it if you wanted.
Are these fucking steel bulkheads?
I never said it would work. You could try to shoulder your way through the door.
Did you see the message I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That's why she turned invisible too.
Shit. No, fuck it. This is what we're doing. I'm turning invisible, throwing the only other because I have a fucking sleeping bag apparently, but that's not on me. I'm gonna rule that's. I'm gonna say that's not on me. We're gonna throw the Omni hook.
You pull out your SpongeBob SquarePants sleeping bag and yeah.
Gonna go invisible, throw the Omni hook at this shape and dive for what I'm hoping is a fucking blade or gun or anything.
You do find that blade.
I don't like that.
Indiana. It's cold and it hurts. There's this punch through your gut, this resistance. You want to keep moving forward, but something has stopped you. You feel yourself pressed up to something. And that's when you hear a crackling. And you look down, and the puncture has killed the stealth on your suit. With a crackling and a hiss, it goes down, and you see as she turns off her stealth, the blade is run through just under your diaphragm, through your stomach. And everything's just cold and numb. You look up. Maybe you try to grab for the blade to either try and hold on to it to keep her from pulling back, or to try and push her away. But you look up at Ravana, and her eyes are just rapid. They look like a wolf's in that moment. She doesn't say anything, no quips, no retorts. She pushes with her shoulder, and you fall back. The cold slickness as the blade pulls free. And you feel yourself hit the ground, but you don't feel the ground. You try to move your arms or your legs, but they just don't want to respond to you. Everything feels heavy. And you see her with this sword, blood dripping off of it. She just gives you a long look and calmly makes for the door. What is Indiana feeling in that moment? There on the floor.
So, I'm gonna be honest, Indiana's never even considered the possibility that she could die. Like, she's been running from it her entire life. But she still has this mentality, I guess, this mentality that she was bulletproof, that I think the last I guess though it's kind of ironic. I think that last thought is that's cold. Was it cold for Sigdrifa?
And we fade out as your vision starts to blur and haze around the edges. Everything goes black till all it is the Yakshas logo. End of season 3.
Fucker.
Yikes and a half.
Fuck.
So let's get some sign-offs here, and let's start with the captive audience. Let's start with Daniel.
Fuck you. It's me, Sassy McNasty, 69, watching my party member get killed. You caught me here playing Sin. The captain reads too much and needs to fuck off. You can also catch
How
me on
dare she be right?
Catch me on Wednesdays as Gideon Sunborn. Yes, the tall, strength-based ranger with red hair and a glaive that talks to him. God, I'm too stunned. Yeah, you catch me on Wednesdays, and then that wraps back around to Fridays, and fucking hell. That's
all right. And let's go to Computer King.
Hi, I'm Computer King, the supervillain streaming, and in the end, it's gonna be all right, right? Right? Uh-oh.
I mean,
Emotional damage.
Yeah. Well, that's a hell of a cliffhanger. Back to you, GM.
that brings us to the person of the hour, Cyrus.
Help. Hi everybody, my name is Cyrus Smith. Today you caught me playing in Indiana, I guess. You know, the irony of this all is I updated my stat sheet today. I just put Indiana to level 7.
Guess 7 wasn't a lucky number.
I choose not to engage with that. Well, I guess I have plenty of time over the break to figure out what my new character is going to be.
There will be things we have to discuss.
You're damn fucking right we do.
I just built you a new mech.
Little red
Because
Dying.
look, about all those things that comment I made before game about being bulletproof. All right, I okay.
Yeah, maybe you should have thought about that Wednesday before you said, you'll never kill Indiana. You don't got the balls.
Base.
What do I now?
Did you do this just to prove a point?
Yes. No, that would be funny, though.
I'm trying to find irony in the situation, and I think the only ironic thing I can come up with is, damn, I guess I should have said that Indiana was knife-proof and bulletproof.
Yeah, she, the one day I didn't wear my stab-proof vest.
Right. Fuck. All right. Yeah, you can find me on Wednesdays, running over the horizon. I guess I've got some things to rethink now. Yeah, that's right.
Great. Snell's dead.
This is tit for tat. This is tit for tat, fucker.
Ironic, huh?
You put one of our morgues, we put all of them in the morgue.
Like rain on your dying day. A free knife when you're already filleted.
You put one of ours in the hospitals, we put one of theirs in the morgue.
You know, I think this I've never had a character die on stream before. We got close. We got close.
We've gotten close several times with Indiana.
Well, okay, I'm not even thinking of Indiana. I'm thinking of Lucky. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
we got close.
Like
But
again, multiple times.
shit, that's right. Yeah.
If I did not have the Meganon with the ability to react as quickly as someone with a Sandvestin, Lucky would have died.
Hey,
I'm
wait a
sorry,
minute. Wait a
it's
minute. What about
Sandevistan?
What was that, Computer King?
what about Lucky's dad?
Oh yeah, what about Sam? Sam died
Yeah,
on
Sam got
stream.
blowed up.
So I'm gonna be honest. Sam was that was always gonna be a thing. But that all right. So anyone that wasn't purpose built for that. So anyway,
Well, true. He was an old man 2 days away from retirement. He was gonna die.
yeah, it's literally this is my last job before I retire.
Oh, the irony.
Basically. Shit. All right. Yep, that's me.
All right. Brings it back to me. Hi ho, friendolas. My name is Rowan, otherwise known as Night Caught me here today killing my players, and it feels so good. We're gonna take a couple weeks off, let everyone chill, let there be a pause between seasons, and then we're gonna hit the ground running with season 4, the final season of Yakshas. You can also catch me here on Wednesday, where I will be playing Sinel until Tit for Tat kills Sinel. And then, I don't know, then because we're at a high enough level, I'll play a full caster, I'll play Necromancer, and I'll come into combat and go, hey boys! Hey, rattle up, boys! As I throw out 7 whole skeleton warriors and go, and ruin combat economy. Not the combat, just the economy.
The economy there, it's in shambles.
As it goes to my turn, and I go, okay, so I take 8 people's turns. That's it for me. I think that's it for all of us here. And I think we're just gonna get out of here and goodbye, folks.
Goodbye,
Okay,
folks.
thanks.
Goodbye, folks.
Goodbye, folks. Hell.
Someone's being assy.